attended the orientation and all of you were there. Today we actually begin with our induction fortnight that we are going to have. And we are very, very happy today to welcome Mr. D. Sivanandan. And he is one of our very, very recognized police officers. And now he's a social worker. I'll tell you more about him later. But before that, I would welcome our principal, Dr. Himnata Bagla, to speak a few words. But even before that, let me give just a few sentences, because most of you have met her yesterday. But just a few sentences for those of you who were not there. Dr. Bagla is the principal of KC College. She's the senior dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology of the HSNC University. And she is a person who is very well recognized in the field of education. She's an educationist. She's a scientist. To tell you a little bit more, you will understand this because at KC College, I think it is the only undergraduate college in India which has a nuclear and radiochemistry laboratory. And she is the one who's heading that laboratory. And she brings us a lot of recognition by way of this field because of her association with very, very prestigious international and national organizations like BARC, Department of Atomic Energy, and so on. So, and apart from that, she's a multifaceted personality. I will tell you a few fun facts about her. She's a great singer. You may not know this, okay? So she's a great singer. She's a great dancer. And unfortunately, we have not had the time to let down our hair in these recent times, but she doesn't, we do not let her give up any one opportunity, to indulge her passions. So she is somebody who's young at heart. And we are missing you students, because we are in this virtual world. But I'm sure once we get back in the physical world, and when you come to see our festivals, we have our festival Kiran, you will find Dr. Bagla very much present over there, singing and dancing our heart away. So these are some fun facts about her, because, you as students may have heard only the serious, information. But she is very much, a part of you. She's a very student-centric principal, very approachable. Her doors are open for everyone. So welcome, Dr. Bagla, again. And I invite you to say a few words today to the student gathering.
Good morning, and thank you, Dr. Shalini, the fabulous Vice Principal of KC College. And we also have with us Mrs. Manjula Srinivas, who's Academic Program Coordinator and heading Department of Mass Media. We have with us very gracious, Honorable, distinguished Sivanandan sir with us. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Always when I look at you, I want to tell my students before I take this morning forward that a tough cop with soft hands and soft heart defines it all, Mr. Sivanandan sir. So a warm welcome to you, sir. And a warm welcome to all the teachers who are watching this program. Principal of HR College, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani. She's Dean of Commerce and Management. She will join very soon. Students of KC College and HR College, and their parents and friends who have joined the YouTube channel, and they have been with us today. A very good morning and a warm welcome to each one of you. My dear students, we are indeed very delighted and excited.
Tech team, could you please see?
Ma'am, I guess there is a net issue with.
There's a net issue?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So is Hema ma'am, are you logged in?
Yeah, ma'am, just give me 1 minute. I'll ask.
Yeah.
Problems in rural areas. Rural children also have smartphone, laptops, connectivity, digital problems, no? So how do you spread education?
Exactly. I mean, that is the very important problem right now that we are facing.
Which issue? Which people can have air-conditioned rooms and all this?
Sir, by the time principal ma'am joins us back, I must tell you, the lady standing next to you is a great fan of yours. She's a very young professor in the department, Nikita. And I just asked her, would you want to go? She says, why not? I want to take pictures with him. So Nikita, don't forget to take pictures with him. She adores you.
I'm afraid I'll convert her into an IPS officer.
Oh, wonderful, sir.
No. Why should you be afraid? I think that will be a privilege for one of our students.
Because, once upon a time, I was also a professor teaching economics for 3 years.
Okay.
In between, I thought a little the routine, being a teacher is a routine thing. I said, I'll look for an exciting job and jumped into the police.
Okay.
And you got an extremely exciting job, sir.
That's
I'm
what-
sure.
Which was that lucky college, sir, where you were teaching?
I was in the University of Madras, ma'am.
Okay.
So I was teaching economics. And
Okay.
then I somehow found that it is daily the same routine. I said, hey, acha nahi hai. But actually, in my house, I was earmarked to be a professor forever until death, no?
Okay.
So I fulfilled that prophecy that I will become a professor. Later, I took the bandwagon and joined the civil services. But Madam joined.
I think ma'am has joined, sir.
Yeah. Hello, Hema ma'am.
So, yes. So, really, I mean, internet is very bad, very weak today. But anyway, our spirits are very, very strong. So, can I continue or you
Yes,
continue?
please.
We are
No.
waiting.
We were chatting. We're waiting for you to come
Okay.
back.
So, this is about the digital world, sir.
Hema.
We can disconnect and connect back.
Yes.
So I was mentioning about the necessary arrangements which we have made for our students to equip our systems with the efficacy of interdisciplinary ideas. And hence, this was the idea that this week-long induction program was put together to ease our students' entry into this effective educational system. I wanted to mention to my students who are watching this program today that the idea is to be with you every day and to provide you all with the glimpses of dynamism that you are going to be part of coming years at HSNC University. You will learn from the best of minds of the respective fields and experts will meet you every day. So we believe that it's very important to begin your journey with mentors who will get you ready for the astounding journey which you're going to start. So in this program, you will learn about the significance of the synthesis of ideas about self-management, about leadership skills, because we want you to learn why it is important to be adaptable, fluid, and flexible, and diversified in knowledge while you're getting ready to reclaim the future. I know that you will enjoy these experiences, and because they are very enlightening and fresh experiences for you, you will enjoy this journey a week with all of us. But now is the time that we want to hear from Sivanandan sir. He is not mentored to just students or youngsters, but for many teachers and police officials as well. Sir, when you had come to KC College, you have come a couple of times, and we did discuss about your book, and it was the faculty development program, a short-term program which was organized for our teachers. And we realized you have so much to share for all generations, all age groups. So we thought, why shouldn't we begin the journey of our youngsters with you? So yesterday we had orientation program. We had all the trustees who addressed our students. Honorable Provost Niranjan Hirandani sir was here with us. President of the board Kishuman Sukhani was here with us. Mr. Anil Harish and Mrs. Maya Shahani. All of them addressed our students. But today is the first day of the induction week, and you are the opening batch person, sir. So thank you so much for joining us, for your gracious presence.
Thank you.
And we look forward to hear you always. And surely I will put your book in the library. It is there. And I will probably even share your ebook with our students. So over to Sivanandan sir. Thank you so much. And thank you, Shalini and Manjula, for putting it all together. All the teachers who are there backstage of digital room for putting this program together. Thank you so much. And once again, a warm welcome to each one of you, all the students of first batch of HSNC University, to the first day of the induction week 2020.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bagla. But before we ask Mr. Sivanandan to speak, let me please give his brief introduction to our students. Mr. Sivanandan is a very distinguished and a highly regarded IPS officer with an illustrious career spanning 36 years. He joined the IPS in 1976 and he retired as the Director General of Police of Maharashtra State Police in 2011. He has held several senior positions in the Intelligence Bureau, in the Central Bureau of Investigation, and in the Mumbai Crime Branch. He's also served as Commissioner of Police of Nagpur, Thane City, and Mumbai. He's been awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, the President's Distinguished Service Medal, and also the Internal Security Medal. He has had a big role in crushing the underworld in Mumbai, something that you must all be very, cognizant with. After a distinguished career in police force, Mr. Sivanandan is presently running an NGO that is called the Roti Bank, through which they have served more than 30 lakhs hot meals only during this COVID crisis. We welcome you, sir, at the HSNC University and request you to please address the gathering. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good morning, Madam Principal and Madam Vice Principal and all other professors who joined here, and also all the students and others who are watching this program. I wanted to convey that I used to be also in the same group of faculty. That is, I was trying to teach economics to those unwilling children in 1974, 75, 76. And because of them, I was pushed into IPS. And that is how I made a career in the police. So I wish all the children, all the students who have joined a very, very glorious period here during the undergraduation studies. And I wish I would be there for their graduation ceremony. In between, I would like to come and alert all of you for what is the strap of cyber security, because all the young people are into the social media and digital world in a very deep, neck deep way. So, but before entering into that and getting caught in some trap or the other, I want them to be alert. So I'll do that. And now is my subject is about success. How are you successful? How are you going to become a leader? And how are you going to do excellence in everything you do? Whether it is education or being a professor or whatever it is, how are you going to do excellence, achieve excellence? That's my subject. I'll take 50 minutes exactly from now. And then you can ask questions on anything, any subject under the sun. You can ask me anything, not only on leadership or excellence, anything, and I'll be willing to answer. So with that, can I have the PPT, please?
Cursor is not there.
Cursor is here. Yeah. Do that. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So thank you for enabling me this computerized business. And I wanted to talk about the turnaround story, which will come in the second part of the my presentation. The first one I wanted to start, since the children are all starting, this is the first lecture. I wanted to give them some advice about how they can bring excellence in everything you do. If they read Robin Sharma or any other book, they will be talking about excellence. Peter Drucker would give that. Tom Peters would also give excellence. There's a whole book on excellence. So with that, Martin Luther King says, whether you do street cleaning or any other job, you should excel in such a way that people will come with a comb and comb their hair looking at the road. If that is the excellence, then definitely whether you have become the prime minister or anything, you can achieve excellence in everything you do. So that is that life becomes a joyful thing if you are excellent in what you are doing. So to be successful when you are teaching or when you are becoming a prime minister or a politician or even a policeman, you have to be absolutely focused so that you are so intense that the others think you are crazy. It's like a dog, it's like a horse running absolutely with the blinkers on in one directional journey. If you do that, you can climb Mount Everest and look down and put the Indian flag. So, my dear young friends who are listening, success doesn't come easily. You don't inherit success. Success does not come to you. It has to be fought out of your mind, which is a shackle. All our minds are shackling us from growing. So if you can fight out your mind and you create your own success, you are successful. Bill Gates has given a very befitting farewell to his father at the age of 94, 2 days before he passed away. I request all of you to read that. I'll share with the principal madam. So some people die at the age of 25 after graduation, getting a nokri and getting married. But they don't die. They are buried until 75. So that 50 years is just walking around the world like a zombie. Would you like to be one zombie? No. You have to be a thriving and wonderful person creating a new world for the 8 billion people who think you are a hero. You are a hero. So everyone has to look at himself as this kind of a Greek hero. So life is not about finding yourself. Not somebody is not going to find your life. You have to find your own life and you have to create. It's like a block of stone where you remove all the cobwebs and the excess stone which is sticking around you. A mighty statue of yourself with all the muscles rippling will come out of that. This is my picture. I borrowed, of course, from this thing because when I was a small child, there was no photography facility. Internet gave me this, but definitely I would have looked like this in my younger age. So now this is what I have become. So this is how the metamorphosis which you have to bring about yourself has to be talked about. I'm showing you some people. Look at this girl, PV Sindhu, one of the world's best badminton players, and absolutely under adverse circumstances, she has brought Indian flag flying high. Look at this girl, a long distance runner and a badminton player. So look at her legs, she doesn't have. So we have everything. Then what are we cribbing about? We have every facility you can think of. If this girl can excel and become a champion in the Olympics, why not us? This is another girl. I'm showing more of girls because I've got 2 girls in my house and I'm fond of my children. So this one is a coal miner's daughter in Kolar of Karnataka, and they live absolutely in a small zopdi. That is a cottage, a zopdi actually. So that described. But then she stood first in the IAS about 3-4 years before. That is what is excellence all about. If someone has understood what I am trying to tell you, that nothing can deter you from achieving excellence, provided you work very, very hard and your focus is that. Here is my favorite Usain Bolt. This guy ran 115 seconds in all and made 115 million. So my dear young friends, it is 1 second, 1 million. That is the price he is commanding. And if he wants, he can even reduce that second, instead of 1 second, he can come down also. That stock is there with him before he goes out of this game. He's going to even show you that he can shorten his time in the 100 meters race. So it means success takes time, but your investment will pay off. When Mark Spitz was asked, when he got the 8 gold medals in the Olympics, they said, Mark, it's a very, very lucky day for you. He says, luck, my bloody foot. I spent 37,000 hours in this water to train. And that is how 8 gold medals have fallen on my lap today. That is what is the secret of success. So success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Doing the same thing every day and expecting a different outcome is just not going to happen. If you're going to fall into routine and think that you're going to climb Everest, definitely it's not going to happen. You have to change the tactics. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. Every mistake is a lesson and they grow. So I'm coming back to my pet theory, unless you focus on being a student and study history, geography, whatever it is, you can't make it in your life. You can't become a Bill Gates. Bill Gates left the college even though his father was a billionaire and a successful lawyer, because the idea came and he has to give birth to that idea. And what an idea Microsoft is, what an idea. So the distance between your dreams and the reality is called action. What is action? You have to study, you have to excel, you have to be a leader in your own environment in this college. So I will beseech all of you to go out into this world, wild world, with your passion and love for what you do, and just never give up in between. In between, there can be problem. I want to give 7 words. Since Madam has asked me to speak about how leaders and successful people emerge, I want to give 7 words. 1 is vision. Every one of us, even professors, principals, even the peons and others, have to have a great vision about themselves. I wonder whether Narendra Modi, our honorable Prime Minister, had a vision when he was a pracharak until the age of 34, 35, that he would become the greatest statesman of the world, one of the most powerful men in this country, the most powerful Prime Minister in this country. If he had had the vision, he has done that. How did he do that? Why can't you have a vision that you will achieve that? That is passion. Passion is doing the same activity with full 100% of you being given there, dedicated there. You don't do anything else. Passion makes you stick with what you want even when the times are rough. Passion gives you the energy and the reason to weather the storms. Courage. Courage to climb up Mount Everest even without a leg. There is a lady, young lady called Arunima Kumar. Her legs were broken because some thieves came and attacked her when she was traveling from Lucknow to Delhi, and she fell on the track and her leg was amputated. Then in the bed only she thought, now what am I going to do? Show courage and climb the Everest. She did. She did with one leg, artificial legs. So that is courage. What Mahatma Gandhi faced to evict the British people from India is courage, and that is moral courage. There is no courage or no superiority like the moral superiority or the moral courage, for which you have to have character. Character is integrity, honesty, and all put together is character. Even when somebody trusts you and various other things, in life you show your character. And even after one goes away, what is left behind is the aroma of the character of the person. Whoever has left, they leave a honesty, integrity, whatever is that, an imprint is left on the world, and that is what we should be worrying about. The next one is self-belief. Believe that I can change the world. Like Obama said, I can do. Why can't you do? So if you believe I can do, I am the best in the world, you turn out to be that. You are a Usain Bolt or a K.R. Nandini or whatever you are what you believe yourself to be. Most handsome person or the most beautiful girl, whatever it is, you are that. The last but one is competence. This college under Madam Hemalata Bagla, you will get this qualification of being competent. The degrees will come. You will become everything, whatever you want, whatever is there to learn. But then I want to say, what you learn in the college is not learning. There it doesn't stop until the last breath. As Gautama the Buddha said, I am dying, but I have learnt a lesson. This is it. He taught his disciples and went away. So your competence is a continuous growth. Your education is a continuous growth. And that is what would make you outstanding. Last but not least is discipline. Most of us may be lacking in discipline, but this can be cultivated. From this minute, everybody can become disciplined and everybody can make a successful path. So, young friends who are listening, I want to sum up by saying that 7 words are the secret for your successful trip in the world. That is your vision, passion, courage, character, self-image, competence, and discipline. If these 7 words are there in your mind etched, you would be successful and nobody can stop you from reaching your goal. So don't just set goals, go and hunt them. How do you hunt them? Hunt them with those 7 words which I have given you so that you become successful. If any job or anything is not challenging you, it is not going to change you. As I said earlier, routine things, if you do in a routine way, you are not going to reach a new destination. So my dear young people, young children or young friends, sit with the winners. Don't sit with the loser. You avoid the losers like coronavirus. Every winner has to be your friend. Sit with that kind of people and the conversation becomes absolutely different. Sit with losers, you will get into what happened to the cinema stars. No, all the druggies are being called by the NCB and their names are all coming in the TV. Just now I saw all names coming there. Don't join that group. Be the winner, be an Olympic medal winner or a Nobel Prize winner, whatever is that. At the end of the day, at the end of the journey, it does not matter who is stronger, who is smarter, who is prettier, or who is richer. The only thing that matters is whether you are happy or not. How do you make yourself happy? That is in your... Madam asked me to speak about the leader. You have a pick and choose display here. These are all the leaders. The one on the left-hand top is one Mr. Kamaraj, and he is one of the most powerful leaders from my part of the country. Absolutely uneducated, but one of the towering personalities. You have the most educated and the most courageous and the most honest. You have a choice. So this has to be your role model, has to be a mix of everything. I would like to show that ultimately by the end of the journey, if you don't have good health, any amount of wealth is not useful. So invest an hour or two when you are studying here on building up your good health. So your teamwork, when you become a leader, I got videos for all that, but since the time is less, I'm going to skip all the videos and say a few words. Teamwork, wherever you are, whether you are a Bill Gates or a Steve Jobs or a Satya Nadella or Sundar Pichai, unless the team is selected by you and groomed to be part of your team, successful team, you never succeed yourself. So build up a good team when you become something. In space outside the 6-yard. All of you must be watching IPL. So I thought I'll bring in some football here and make you a little more sweaty. So these are, look at the next team, the red t-shirt guys. They never even could touch the ball. 44 times they changed hands. But that is a perfect team, which you should have, an aspirational team. Risk-taking. Before you take any risk, unless you take risk, you don't become an innovator or you don't become an entrepreneur. You don't become anything. Even a professor takes lots of risks. But before that, you have to practice perfectly, understand the entire environment, and then you can take a risk, and then you can go and jump from the jump from anywhere. This is how the risk taking is done. But with a lot of practice. So I'll skip that and go. You can look at that YouTube and you can see that. Motivation. My dear young friends, you can motivate everyone in a positive way or in a negative way. What I was trying to show, or I'm going to skip, is a clipping by Al Pacino, the most handsome actor in a he has produced a child and he is one of the best motivational speakers. You have to be a good communicator to be a leader. Look at Mr. Narendra Modi speaking from the ramparts of Delhi on August 15. Look at his attire. Look at his choice of words. Look at the command. That is what, by communicating so well, he has won the election of 2014 and 2019. There was nothing against him. Absolutely, he won much more seats than otherwise. Look at this communication. This is how you communicate. So I'll skip this to save my time. So the next one is never give up. There are hurdles in everything you do. There are hurdles. Nothing is given like a laddu on a platter for you. So never give up. Look at this. This I want you to see. This is motivational. Give her a clap, all of you should give her a clap. 16 times. And then she did that. This video, you have to see. This is the most favorite video. You must see this. Everyone should remember this forever. It has no dialogues, no sound. Human nature is depicted beautifully. A short movie. Now he has to have sugar for activating his brain. He needs sugar. It is bundles of currency. That's the end of the story. So that is it. As a policeman, I would like to say greed is one of the biggest reasons for all the wars, all the crimes, all the problems which we are facing around us. So don't be greedy. Controlling the mind. Mind is a good servant, but it can be a terrible boss. That is why this narcotics problem. That is why this hanging by Sushant Singh Rajput and various others. They have enough. We can think of Marilyn Monroe. We can think of Whitney Houston. We can think of this MJ, Michael Jackson. So what they did not have, But then they were slaves under their mind, and because of that, all the problems happened. In success, Robin Williams is another example. So win in your mind, and you will win in reality. That is the vision. That is the vision. So the attitude you bring to the table is what the table will bring to you, and great attitude and great day. That is what great life actually. Win in your mind and you will win in reality. Anything that makes you physically, mentally, and spiritually weak, reject it as a poison, as the bad people. Train your mind to see the good in every situation, and mind is the limitation. This is my favorite. This man has 2 inches less in one leg. You know, one leg was shorter than the other by 2 inches. For us, it would have been a great handicap. He converted that. He said, hell with the circumstances. I create opportunities. And he became a legend. Nobody has surpassed his fear even now. So that is how one should be. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. This is where the turnaround story, my comfort zone, where it ended, where we became success. In the next 25 minutes, I have done 25 minutes now. Next 25 minutes, I'm going to tell a police story. That is my own story, and that's the turnaround story. So here, these are, Madam said earlier, Madam Shalini, Dr. Shalini said about the organized crime syndicates. Here are the fellows: Karim Lala, Arun Gavli, Haji Mastan, Varadarajan Mudaliar, Abu Salem. Some of them are alive, some of them are in jail. But Dawood Ibrahim, daily he comes in the press every day. He is in Pakistan. Chota Rajan is in Tihar jail. So these are the guys who ruled Mumbai. Many movies have been made, like Mumbai Once Upon a Time, Shootout at Lokhandwala, Shootout at Vadala. So many movies have come. It's all based on them. Diwar, Muqaddar Ka Sikandar. So many movies singing. So here is the most deadly drug mafia chief in the world. He's been wanted by the UN, but somehow they are not able to go and catch him there in Karachi. He lives in Karachi. He's son of a Havaldar, Mumbai police Havaldar, 7th son out of 12 children. Never studied, but then he's got a few $1 billion stuck under his bank account. So that is the most dreaded fellow. He bombed Mumbai on the 12th March 1993. 12th March 1993, 12 bomb blasts, 257 died, 857 injured, hundreds of crores of property was blown to smoke. Here, dreaded Bollywood gangster. Bollywood was absolutely scared of him. He's there in the jail. He's got $40 million in abroad. He's got Monica Bedi and multiple other girls marrying him in the jail. Chota Rajan is partner of Dawood Ibrahim. He's there. He was there in Cambodia, Malaysia on a boat. And then now he is in Tihar jail after multiple murders, 40 murders he has done. Then Izaz Lakadawala picked up the place. He was shot there on his brain and in Bangkok, but he survived. And now he has been caught by the Mumbai crime branch. He's there. And then Arun Gavli turned a gangster and a politician and MLA. Now for Jamson Dekar, murder is in the jail. His daughter, Geeta, is a corporator. Ashwin Naik is a VGTA engineer. And his brother, Amar Naik, was a gangster. And he took his place when he was shot dead by the police. So now, these are the people who were taking ransom in Mumbai. Suresh Manchekar has been done to death by a police operation. But then he's from Lalbagh, a displaced mill worker's son. He's from Varanasi, he's alive. He's been convicted for the JJ hospital shootout with a hanging converted into a life sentence by the court. He's one of the most dreaded gangsters I've ever handled. Bablu Srivastava is the kidnapping king. Every kidnapping, he takes 5 crores. Sitting in the jail in UP, he does kidnapping even now. And comfortably protected in the jail. He's marrying, making movies and kidnapping and all that. In Mumbai also, he did that. These are the daredevil act. Right inside the court, in front of the judge and the policeman, these guys were shot to death by the Mumbai underworld, 6th September. And people involved in this crime were brought on 30th September. Exactly 24 days later, they were shot by the other gang. That means the police, the court, and the government and others were non-existent. One more shootout in a lawyer's uniform on Ashwin Naik, whom I showed you the picture. He's on a wheelchair. Below the waist, he's paralyzed. This guy shot him. Ravindra Sawant shot him. So this is how they cared for nothing. This Babu regime was shot inside a police lockup in Jacob Circle. Inside a lockup, 7 policemen protecting him. He was shot dead on 8 March 87. That means the gangsters never bothered about the police and their bullets. Datta Hamant was shot dead on January 16, 1997. He was one of the most feared trade unionists in the country. Gulshan Kumar is the T-series guy. He was shot dead by Abu Salem, and he stands convicted. Nadeem, who was making music, ran away to London. We couldn't bring him. He is there, free. Rama Nayak, another gangster, was killed on this date by police, and he was one of those dreaded gangsters. Manya Surve is that shootout at Wadala movie, John Abraham, and Maya Dolas is shootout at Lokhandwala. Then, six were shot dead. These are all the builders. They were all worth 800 crore to 1,000 crores. They were all shot dead. But then the turnaround story is what? After 1998, 1999, when we began operations, there has been not a single shootout. You can ask Hiranandani, Mr. Hiranandani about this kind of a thing. He will be able to tell you very lively stories. So he was also one of the targets. We gave him protection, and then he's been doing very well. So here are the hoteliers who have been shot. Number 4, D.N. Ghosh was shot 47 times right outside his hotel. And these are the others who are from the same trade, but then we put a full stop. Turnaround story is that after 2001, there is not a single shootout. Here are the film personalities. Some of them are dead, some of them are alive. For example, Rakesh Roshan is alive. Manmohan Shetty is alive. Anil Tadani is alive. But Gulshan Kumar is dead. Then Mukesh Dugal is dead. Rajiv Roy is alive. So this is how they were harassed. Situation in 90s, late 1998 exactly. 60s, 70s, 80s, and 2000 tak. Gangsters ruled Mumbai. Businessmen were killed in dozens, and building industry collapsed. Police morale was low, and car sales was zero. Marriage venues were shifted to other safer cities. That is what Mumbai was. Encounter petition was filed by Abu Azmi. My team was demoralized. I came on July 1st, 1998. That is the beginning of the turnaround story. And we defeated. We got success in this case which we filed. Not only in Mumbai High Court, you can read the last but one line. Not only in Mumbai High Court, even in the Supreme Court, after 14 years, we won this case. And thus, 95 encounters which were described as fake encounter murders were saved. That many teams were saved. Mumbai police regained its glory. So read the book by Sun Tzu. The book's name is Art of War. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory, and tactics without strategy is a noise before defeat. So what are the tactics we followed? We made a new law called Maharashtra Organized Crime Control Act. Even today is one of the finest acts. Electronic intelligence gathering, telephone tapping, alert citizen scheme, winning that petition which I mentioned, building a winning team. I showed you a movie clip, providing resources to the police and training. This is the competence which I showed you about. All that was done. What is the weapons in our arsenal, armory? Is we detained about 1,600 people in 3 years. That is 16,000 man-years were put behind the bars under detention. Out of that, half of them were extortionists. And gangsters like that Subhash Singh Chowdhury were arrested, and then they were put behind the bars. Thakur, he was Subhash Singh Thakur I mentioned. 2,200 firearms, illegal guns were recovered by us in 3 years. And we did encounters. 300 encounters in the last thing, and then they were all legal, absolutely. Don't go under the false impression that these were illegal, not at all. They were done under the law as per section 100 of the Indian Penal Code, and the Bombay High Court approved of all those activities. They laid down the guidelines. Supreme Court laid down the guidelines. So there is nothing illegal about these encounters. They were legally done. Maharashtra Organized Crime Control Act was one of those things. Here are the statistics. These are all right when time comes. And then the result, the taste of the pudding is this. When I joined in 1998, 101 businessmen were shot dead by the criminals. By the activities which I showed you earlier, we reduced it by half in 6 months. Then in the next 1 year, it was reduced to half. Then another half. And after that, 2002 to now, there is not a single shootout except one of the Patrakar, the GA journalist, GA Day. Besides that, there is not a single shootout at all. That is the turnaround story. For that, you have to have a vision, a passion, courage, character, self-image, competence, and discipline. That is the success of the turnaround story. So, young friends, knowledge is free. You pay only for your ignorance. For example, all the knowledge about corona is known to you. It is all free. In the WhatsApp, you get every day so much gyan. But when you die of something, or when you have a major issue of something, that is the price one pays for the thing. I take this opportunity, since there are so many young people, to show what is ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese word. That is the reason for which you get up in the morning and start working. At the age of 70, I'm running 70. Why am I showing so much of enthusiasm? It is because of my ikigai. My policing is over. I could have retired. I could have gone to my village. But no, like this, I have adopted thousands of children. Madam mentioned about 3 million meals we have given only during March 24th to now. That is Corona period. These children were getting the most nutritious food from 2018, 19, and of course now they are all in the houses. I am not able to feed them. I am there in the middle, if you can see. This is my reason for which I get up and run, my ikigai. All of you should have some ikigai, so that these are the children like you, all the volunteers you can see, they are from the college, from Bandra Engineering College, and they are the volunteers. These are my adopted children. We give them food every day, not now because they are all at home, but once when the school starts, I'm going to resume this. But on the road for grown-ups, we are giving 10,000 meals a day. 37,000 meals we gave during the coronavirus peak time for the migrant laborers. Anyone interested in joining can note down this number 8655580001 or visit the website called rotibankindia.org. You can contribute digitally. I don't want money from you because you need money to spend. But here is there where you can digitally contribute. You can spread the good word, so that incidentally, we are looking at this Mumbai success. There is a Roti Bank started in Nagpur, one in Coimbatore, and one in Hyderabad. So we have branches mushrooming now all over the thing, right under the wings of this Roti Bank. They are all working. They are feeding the poor. Whole idea is that the whole poor children will get good food. They'll go to school, study, and become unemployable, so that the poverty can be removed from this country. There's a little remote control, but then we have to do this. So this is a success story again. When I joined in 2005, the school was like this. One class, 85 years of existence, 82 children, one teacher. So I converted by collecting money by doing this program, and I constructed a school of our own. This is Thane Police School, owned by the Thane Police Commissioner. I did this free of cost. It is 70,000 square feet now. You can see from where we have traveled. This is leadership, my dear friends. You see something and keep quiet. Oh, as a government servant, I can't change this. What can I do? The school was there from 1920 in the same shape, and there was no toilet and there was no facility. I converted it by collecting money privately. This is how the school looks. When I inaugurated, it looked like this. Here, you can see what a school for these police children. There's a computer class. There's a laboratory. That is how you change. Now, we are coming to the end of my presentation. I've shown you a sample. We built a hospital, we built a stadium, we built housing colonies, and we built 30 gymnasiums, training centers, all with the public money. Only thing is, as I said, risk taking. I had to take the risk, and I had to come out with the transparency and honesty and show that these things work. From 2006 to now, this Thane Police School produces only first class and distinction. For example, this year, 211 children appeared in 10th standard, 6 children got second class, 205 children got first class and distinction. One of the constable's son is studying in BITS Pilani now. His name is Mihir Shinde. I am very proud that we could change the life pattern of the police constables, and without government money. Government can come and be an impediment. Maximum they can put brakes, but if you do on your own, nobody can stop. And this is the live example. So my dear young friends and professors, Mark Twain, my most favorite author, when I was a 18, 19-year-old fellow, I read everything written by Mark Twain. 20 years from now, maybe if you are 20 now, at the age of 40, you will be more disappointed by the things you did not do now at the age of 20 than by the ones which you did do. You will regret what you have not done. Those melodies which you have not heard are much more sweeter. The songs which you have heard are not all that sweeter. The ones which you have not heard are more sweeter. So go there. All the Titanic ships have been built not to be kept in a safe harbor. They are kept to go out in the water, face an iceberg, and whatever happens, happens. But then you, at this age of 20, explore, dream, and discover yourself, and finally flourish. This is a book Madam mentioned. Madam, I'll give you copies on Marathi, English, and Gujarati and whatnot. I will give you two, three copies. You can keep it in the library. That is my gift to your children. This is a lakh and 20,000 copies we have sold. 1,20,000 copies we have sold. It's one of the best-selling books for the management children. They are written by Dr. Radhakrishna Pillai. So the last slide is this. What is success? My favorite philosopher of the century is Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says, success is to laugh often. हमेशा आप हंसते रहेंगे, so that is success. Success is to win the respect of intelligent people. Whoever is intelligent, if you win the respect, that is success. And success is to win the affection of children, small children. And the success is to earn the appreciation of honest critics, not dishonest critics, honest critics. And endure the betrayal of false friends. To appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, or to leave the world a bit better, where you can leave a healthy child, a healthy garden, or a garden patch, or a better social condition. And at last, to know that because of you lived, somebody had breathed better. Somebody was breathing better, living better, because you were there in this world. You improved the conditions around you. That is to have succeeded. Ladies and gentlemen, and all my young friends, we don't need money for all these things. You don't have to be a Bill Gates. You don't have to be a Mukesh Ambani. You don't have to be anybody who's got tons of money. These things you can do wherever you are, whatever you are. Ultimately, success comes to those happy people. Happy people are the ones who are controlling their minds, and people who are controlling their minds are focused. So good thoughts come to you. Sit with winning friends. It's called satsang in Sanskrit. Sang jo hai, wo sat hai. So you become a winner. With that, I wish you all the very best. This is my first lecture, and I hope you will listen to more and more better people. When Corona goes away, I'll come and give you another presentation on cyber crimes and what you have to save yourself from. Thank you very much, ma'am. I enjoyed talking to people. You can ask questions now. Thank you. This is my email ID. Anyone who wants to write to me can write on dsiva100@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Done.
Thank you so much, sir. You have given them today intellectual fruits, and I hope they will really cherish it, and they will take it forward. All your words of wisdom and all the secrets they were there on the screen, and I'm sure they will adopt one also. It will take them forward. And by next time, sir, we will have very soon your lecture or your talk on cybercrime also. So good, you mentioned it. We'll be ready now very soon. We'll invite you again. So over to Dr. Shalini Sinha. Who's taking forward the questions?
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, Saksham. Yeah. Saksham.
Yes, Saksham is putting the YouTube questions on the chat, so sir can answer those. And
No, I want Saksham to even
yeah.
Sir will not be able to see that. Saksham, can you come forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Please put the question, sir.
Yes. Sir, the first question is, what habits should we inculcate in the student stage to be a leader in future?
Every student is a leader, and he can study, as I mentioned, focus what you are doing. They can do their best, and they can show leadership qualities in organizing things in the events in the school, and they can go out and help in the society. Maybe they can teach some education to their own servants' children. And whatever they do, as I mentioned in the last slide, every small improvement they bring about is a sign of leadership quality. Whether you are arranging a singing competition or an essay writing competition, or you do whatever it is, absolutely you become a leader. And leadership is assumed. No leader is ever born. You assume leadership. For example, a traffic constable, when there is an accident, somebody is bleeding, everybody is watching, everybody these days take out the mobile and take a video and upload it in the YouTube. Whereas a constable comes, blows the whistle, or moves all of them, calls an ambulance and gives them a bottle of water and takes them to the hospital. That is leadership. Everyone obeys him. So every student is also a leader in his own given environment, and they can do wonderful job. They can change the whole world. This is the age to change the whole world. After that, they will become capitalists. They will become Mukesh Ambanis. So as of now, they are the ones who are revolutionary kind of people. They can become leaders. But my advice is study well. If you are excellent in your study, whatever you are doing, if you are excellent in that, there is nothing which can stop you from being successful and becoming a leader. So do well whatever you want to do. That's my point. Then my topic of the presentation, if you remember, is excellence in whatever you do. Next question. Saksham.
So the next question is, with mental health issues becoming more and more rampant in our generation, what should we do to maintain our calm?
You know, I would speak about this some other day, but you know, in India, year after year in the last 10 years, 1,45,000 young people commit suicide because of the depression. Accidents is another. 1,45,000 people die again in accident. 70% are two-wheeler riders being youngsters. So I'm not talking about accidents. Since the question is about depression, you saw what happened to Sushant Singh Rajput, or you saw what happened to one Sharma afterwards. What happened to how many hundred others from South Indian or Hindi film world? They've been hanging. If you've seen the movie called Dirty Picture, all of you would have seen that heroine commit suicide because she was there in the movies and she was successful. The actual actress name is Silk Smita. She commits suicide in the real life out of depression. Success, yes, but depression, yes. Deepika Padukone comes on the TV once and said how she was suffering from depression, but how her mother helped her to come out of that. But then when you get depression as a young fellow, you look for cigarette, you look for alcohol, then you look for narcotic drugs if they are available. And in Mumbai, as the cases are being made out, it is available. Absolutely, it is available. So I would like to suggest, I am also depressed. You know, policemen are very, very depressed. At the age of 35 to 38, most of the policemen, 80-90% of them have diabetes, they have high blood pressure, and they suffer from depression. I used to be depressed when I faced a lot of difficulties when I was in the police force. But then you have to find out your own ways. Policemen, when they are depressed, will go to the lockup, pick up somebody and hammer him to a pulp. Many times they die. Lock up, death in custody. But you can't do that. So you people have to listen to some music and take to spirituality, listen to some lectures. I listen to a lot of lectures. Just right next to your college, Mrs. Jaya Rao lives, She gives that Vedanta mission lectures on YouTube. It's available free of cost. Bhagavad Gita, all about success. Listen to Swami Sukhabodhananda or listen to Chinmayananda. Listen to Dayanand Saraswati, whoever it is, or Vivekananda or Ramakrishna Paramahansa. If you listen to such thing, that is what I call satsang. The company you keep. You can be a friend of Vivekananda, or you can read Ramana Maharishi and relate to him and communicate with him, even though he is not in this world. Even when he was in this world, he never spoke. He communicated through silence. So you can read his books and come out of your depression. I've been having depression, but then I came out, listened to music. For example, when I saw this movie called The Bandish Bandits, I don't know how many of you have seen. What a movie, wow. Whenever I play in this, I'm a director in 10 companies. Besides being retired, doing nothing, I'm also a director in 10 corporate companies. So sometimes until they come on the screen, I play that Bandish Bandit, and then someone will come and say, what music you are playing, So that will be lilting for you. That gives you a spring in your steps. Listen to music, see good movies, read good books, keep good company. Don't resort to any of the addictive things called alcohol, tobacco, and drugs and whatnot. These are all easy routes. Going to the top floor and taking a leap. Many children do, but don't do that. You are a winner. I told you, you are a winner, you are not a victim. You are a victor and not a victim. Next, Saksham.
Yes, sir. We have two more questions, sir.
Yeah.
One of them is peer pressure and parental pressure can be very toxic at times. How to cope up with that?
Absolutely, I agree. If I wish I could give a lecture to all the parents. Unfortunately, some of the teachers, the professors can be parents. Most of us have not become something we wanted to become. We want to thrust that ambition on our children. I didn't become that, but thou shalt become. Okay, fine. You can guide them, motivate them, give them wherewithal and support them and all that. But thrusting your ambitions on them. Near your college, 1 kilometer area, I know a very successful doctor who forced his son to become an MBBS doctor. The boy was not interested in it. He was in cinema making or something like that. He failed 9 times, Saksham and Madam Bagla. He failed 9 times. 10th time, he successfully committed suicide, and he was the only son of the most successful doctor. Now tell me, neither baas bhi reh gaya ya basuri bhi reh gaya. All of them are destroyed. The father is broken hearted. Now, I want to advise the parents, if there anyone listening to me on YouTube, definitely somebody can show, you don't thrust your dreams on them. Let your children bloom. I brought up 2 children, 2 girls. Exactly, we allowed them to do whatever they wanted. They have done wonderfully well. We are here to enable them, and they took all the decisions, including marriage. Whoever they wanted to marry, they married, but they are very happy. So if we want to see the children happy, we have to allow them to take decisions which will enable them. But the advice to children, do not rebel. This is not the age to rebel. The age to rebel is later, when you are qualified with many degrees and you are a very knowledgeable person. Rebel then. Let us change the world later. But when you are in college or in school or anywhere, better follow the path of excellence. Listen to parents also. You have to give them that credit that they have brought you into the world and they are taking care of your every need, and they are ambitious on behalf of you. But ambition can be less forceful. That's about it.
Thank you so much, sir. We have one more question. It's an assumption that to be a leader in any field, you should have family inheritance or connections with the big wigs in the country. How should a common student work towards getting the same opportunity and success?
Come on, my whole lecture was on this. After listening to my lecture, one should not be asking this question. I showed you K.R. Nandini. Her father is working as a coolie in Kolar gold mine, and then they're living in a zopdi. I showed you my own parents were not educated, and in the first attempt I passed IPS. And anybody listening to me can become an IAS, IPS officer like this. Like this you can become. You focus, study, and beyond becoming IAS, IPS, IRS, Income Tax Commissioner, what other success one can achieve if you are not having money? By even Mukesh Ambani and their parents were not rich. Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani was a petrol pump attendant in Yemen. How many of you know that? But he worked hard. He built an empire. Mukesh Ambani acquired that, inherited that. But all of us can be Dhirubhai Ambani. I can be a Dhirubhai Ambani. You can be a Dhirubhai Ambani. And I told you about a constable's son studying in Bits Pilani. His name is Mihir Shinde. Now he will become an engineer and change the whole family's fortune. So asking this question after listening to my lecture was a little depressing for me, because I have proved by various pictures and others that poverty is not an issue. I showed you that Nick Vijaya saying that he has no legs, no arms, but he is one of the best motivational lecturers in the world. He moves with the king of UAE and others. How? He could have been depressed, he could have committed suicide, he married, produced a child with whom he is playing. But then I want to say, read Wayne Dyer. You know, I don't know how many of you read Saksham. Read a book by Wayne Dyer called Sky is the Limit. You know, pull your own strings. These are all variety of books, you know. 2 books I have mentioned. Read that. Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne Dyer. If you read those books, you will get motivated and you will definitely become very, very... I have become, whatever, as Madam mentioned, 6 years as Commissioner of Police, 6 years in the Mumbai Crime Branch, 6 years in the IB, 3 years as Joint Director CBI, 3 years in Naxal affected area. I am very, very successful and I'm so happy. 10 years after retirement, I am delivering lecture after lecture on success. How is it? I am not poor or what? Yes, I am poor. I was poor. I am poor. I'll be poor. But I am a very, very happy poor man. Happiness and poverty has no connection. I hope the person who asked the question, you ask him, is he or she is satisfied with my answer? I again repeat, Dhirubhai Ambani did not have money. He was a petrol pump attendant. But he made a fortune. His children have inherited. I want to say that you become Dhirubhai Ambani and you build an empire. Possible. It is possible. Just possible. Narayana Murthy was a nobody. He built an Infosys empire. He is a multi-billionaire, multi-billionaire he is. He was nothing. He created an empire. You cannot do or what? You can. Vision, passion, courage, character, self-image, competence, and discipline. If you have this, you will be a Dhirubhai Ambani. Done?
Have a question from Parth Kadam, who's a viewer. Sir, what do we do when we have anxiety or insecurities?
You know, there is nobody who is not having anxiety and insecurity. Alexander the Great had, Julius Caesar had, Vladimir Putin has. Vladimir Putin, one of the most autocratic ruler of Russia, has that insecurity. That's why he went and converted through the Duma, is that parliament, that he converted into a permanent dictatorship kind of a thing. He made himself lifetime president. Your Xi Peng has made him a lifetime president. Adolf Hitler was insecure. That is why he did all that. So all of us, whether you are an achiever or not, we have insecurities and all that. But then, as I mentioned, for everything there is a kinara, there is a guru. Like all these lectures I mentioned about the spiritual gurus, or your own friends, or your own parents, some guidance can come. I would mention about role models. What success I enjoyed in the police is because of my own role models like Mr. Ribeiro, Mr. Satish Sahani, Mr. Mendonça, Mr. Inamdar. So like that, a lot of people, you don't get one mentor and one role model. You get everybody, you take little, and make yourself a different role model. Everybody is a role model and you can get role models from others. There's no 100% perfect role model for you. You have to pick up good qualities from everyone. Hard work from somebody, honesty from somebody, and good character from somebody. Even dressing up well, you can pick up from anybody. If you do all those things, you become a role model yourself. So getting depressed is easy. Coming out also is easy. Sing a song. Go for a walk on Marine Drive. In 98, when I was joint CP crime, I was depressed because everyone was shot dead every day. On 18/10/1998, 3 people were shot dead. That was a Diwali day. This Antap Hill, Dadar, and Bandra. Imagine my Diwali going, visiting all 3 shooters. I was highly depressed. How? You go early morning for a walk. The sea breeze soothingly touches you and gives you a lot of ideas. All the ideas which I showed you, I got it while walking in the Marine Drive. I had a dog. I had one fellow called Ulfi. His name was Ulfi. What a antidepressant he was. Even now we have one called Rufus. So that is also one. Movies. Listen to some good songs. Shankar Mahadevan, if you can listen, wow. If somebody who is depressed, the boy Parth, ask him to sing Breathless. That song, Breathless by Shankar Mahadevan, every depression will go away. Correct?
Can we take some more questions as by every passing time sir is speaking his inspiring words, questions are just flooding in the chats.
Take permission from Madam Principal and if she
Sir, I think I was saying that you have to tell yes. If you are comfortable, we will go ahead because I want to get most of you, and and really it's inspiring for all of us.
I would answer, ma'am. I would answer. Let's go for the next question. Let's see how fed up.
The next question, yes, sir. The next question is from Naman Chaturvedi. The question is, there are many young people who say, I don't know what my hopes are for the future, or I don't have any goals. What would be your encouragement to such youth? Why is it important to be goal-oriented?
Goal-oriented is to score a goal. Correct? No, I showed you a soccer game where 44 passes, they score 1 goal. And this Lionel Messi or this Maradona or anybody, whenever they scored 1 goal, they would get $30 million or something like that. But for that, enablers also would get tons of money. So that way, this is the age to be focused, young age. I would say focus on building your education and leadership qualities and qualify. I was in Thane and some young boys, I conducted a contest. Like in 1 minute, you show something about traffic management improvement. Young, brilliant children came and they showed videos and very, very fantastic videos. Somebody from Vasai Virar had come up to showcase his skills of making short videos. And that was a college-going boy, I paid money to encourage them. So that's one way you can write, read, give lectures, and you can go and train. I told you, the poor children can be taught. You give 1 hour lecture, you will get energized. You get energy from the children. I get energy when I see college students and others listening to me. And if they are happy, I get charged. Like that character in Ramayana. Whoever went to fight with him, Bali is his name. Whoever went to fight with him, half of the power of the opponent goes to get attached to Bali. You can be like that. Attract all good things, will become powerful. Scoring a goal is your goal. I hope, Saksham, you got it? Scoring a goal is the goal, actually. For that, you have to make 44 passes is a different story. Okay. I mentioned about Usain Bolt. For every second, he gets $1 million. But then, how that 1 second he does? Because of the practice by thousands of hours. Okay. Read, all of you. I want to give one suggestion. I don't know how many of you are writing down notes. Read Malcolm Gladwell, a book called The Outliers. A book called Outliers. I can give it to the library. And another book called The Blink. Another book called The Tipping Point. If all these books are read by any student, he'll be a scorer of the goal. He will be on top of the world. I'll repeat again. Malcolm Gladwell, the book is called The Outliers. And the other one called The Tipping Point. The other one called The Blink. I mentioned about Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer. Pulling Your Own Strings, Sky is the Limit, so many books like that. Another good author is Robert Greene. Robert Greene, Grwne. Fabulous books he has written. And you don't have to buy. All these books are freely downloadable. Whatever books I said now, go to a site and you can freely download it and read. Or go to a library and read. There is a lot of peace in the library because people don't make noise. If you read all these books, you will get the Guru and the Kinara. Next.
Yes. The question is, how do we channel our ideas to life with minimum support from our companions?
You know, without support as a student, unless they work and earn themselves and they teach or earn and things like that, support is in Indian setup, the parents do give an undertaking that they will support. If someone wants to earn and then teach and learn and things like that, he is most welcome. But today opportunities are there. Yesterday I heard a lecture, a brilliant lecture by Ruchir Sharma, that is in the Indian Express Adda. He said the future is digitization, complete digitization and de-globalization. Earlier it was all globalization. If you all read Alvin Toffler's book called The Third Wave, a wonderful book to read, 30 years old, but it's even now it's current. Book by Alvin Toffler called The Third Wave. But then that was, whole world was becoming a small village as per that theory. But today, because of this corona, the whole single global village is getting de-globalized. And digitalization is the future. So if somebody who wants to do something in this area, they don't need any support. All that they need is a smartphone or a laptop or anything. Even if you have your own coding skill and all that, you can write programs. For example, we are busy banning PUBG. We are banning TikTok and all that. If somebody who's intelligent can create those games, they'll be very, very rich. They can earn their own money and do what they like. I know some Mehta or Shah who was dealing in Bombay Stock Exchange, somewhere in your area, and the boy became a owner of a corporate company at the age of 15, 16, 17. You need enterprise. What I call fire in the belly. Everybody should check their belly. Is there a little fire in that? If there is fire in the belly, you will become a successful person. If you don't have fire in the belly, you'll be laid back, you'll be having depression, you'll be lazy, you don't get up from bed, all that comes. Fire in the belly means 5 o'clock you will get up, 10 o'clock you will sleep, and in between you will study or work non-stop. 7 hours sleep is a must. That's it.
So we have one last question.
Okay, last.
Yes, sir. That is, sir, what should we do when we have so many options around us and we are unable to know what will be best for us, even when we are interested in all of them? How to be a good decision maker?
You can go to a nearest astrologer or the nearest parrot. The parrot picks up a card. All these are a joke. But I would say, if you are interested in everything, you can try everything and find out what is your ultimate interest, where you excel. Like Madam Principal sings well, dances well. I don't do a thing. I can't even draw a straight line. I'm least artistic. But I'm good in policing. I was good in encounters. I was good in so many other things. So how do you find out? I was a professor. I left it because I said, oh, is my interest come ho gaya hai, jump to the next bandwagon. I did. But then I got stuck in the policing and I'm now in the corporate world and I'm reading, writing, speaking all the time. So out of all the interests you have, which is the most attractive where you can excel? That's the point. That's what you have to select. Whether it is movie making or cinema or making songs or writing lyrics or writing books or doing any other adventure sports, pick up whatever you can excel. And then even if you are a failure, you can rewrite your history by going back all over again and start one more thing. After all, you are young. I mentioned about Arunima Kumar. Please check on the Google. She was a sports person, volleyball player at state level or national level. While traveling, her legs got cut because the dacoits attacked that compartment. She climbed Mount Everest. So whichever is your interest, you can always find out where you are very, very happy, and then, or where you are excellent, where people appreciate you more. Select that, try. If it doesn't work out, you can rewrite history by going again, once again, all over again, start one more. You have time. I want to tell all of you, you've got everyone who is listening to me would have a minimum of 65 years from now. Average age, I take it as 20. So minimum of 65, 85 years. If you don't live, come and ask me wherever I am. Okay. So that's it. I want to tell, I finalize. No more lecture, no more answering. I want to tell all of you, if you believe that I can come to this level, why not you? You have everything. If people who have no hands can have a future, astrologer cannot even read palm reading. He can't do because there's no palm. They are successful. They are doing wonderfully well. So why not us? Blade Runner. Have you heard of the man who shot his girlfriend in the bathroom? What's his name? Pistorius. His name is Pistorius. And he was a Blade Runner. What a champion he was. Of course, he shot his girlfriend cruelly. That's a different matter. But as far as his achievement, he didn't have legs, but he had blades. But all of us listening to me have legs, have hands, have brain. Only thing is they are little their deviation hai, thoda distraction hai. They are spending time on other things. But absolutely you are a winner provided you decide that I am going to be a winner and I am going to reach out to positive and become a successful person. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. I'm done today.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure listening to you. Seriously, I have taken many pointers and I'll share that with you. So your pointers I share with you.
You write an article and circulate in your college and school magazine, madam. School nahi college magazine, so that they can become successful. Yeah.
Yes. So over to Manjula for formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Principal Ma'am. Thank you, sir, for such a fantastic session. I don't know about these 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds, but in my 50s also, I think you have been such a great motivator. You spoke from your heart, and students, though it is very difficult for us to get everybody on the Zoom platform, so we have tried to put them on the YouTube. But I'm sure when physically we are in a position, we would like Principal Ma'am to invite you and speak to the students who really would get more motivated in person. Your slides, your presentation, your pointers of your 7, important points that you discussed. You're using sports as a, medium, which is, I think, very relatable for these students of today's times. And most importantly, sir, the emphasis you laid on reading and the books, it just came so naturally to you because you have been reading so much. Saksham is a student of mine, and I keep telling them and hammering them every time in the lecture that please read. Stop watching your phone all the time and read online. It's okay. As you rightly said, there are online books available. You don't have to really buy a book and read. So I think all these pointers that you have shared today with our students have been really, some things which they should take with them to start their new journey with the new university, with the new colleges they have got into. And I really liked what you said about satsang, that you should be with good people. Now you're going to make new friends, so they should know what are the kind of people they are going to hang out with. And yes, a big no to depression and to negativity. Motivate yourself, do things which are going to build your profile and make you a successful person in the years to come. So thank you so much, sir, for your kind words and encouraging words. And what a day today to start the induction program. We thank our principal for bringing you in, at least on the virtual platform. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
So much.
Thank you, ma'am, Principal Ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I enjoyed being the professor in me has not died.
It should not ever, I say, sir.
Thank you so much, madam. I take leave from you.
Every month there should be one lecture and on different topic from you. So
Oh,
we'll fix
yes,
that.
ma'am.
Yes.
I am ready. Doesn't cost you anything at all. Free of cost, I give a
Yes.
lecture every time. You ask for a lecture, I give. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, with
Thank you,
your
sir, and
permission-
continue mentoring all of us.
Yeah, madam. Anytime. Anytime.
Yeah, I said mentoring all of us and even our students.
Great, ma'am. Great. I feel great about it. Thank you.
Ma'am, with
Thank
your
you so much.
permission, can we,
Yes.
sir, with your permission?
No, 1 minute.
Yes, yes.
No, 1
Yes.
To all the students who are watching this program,
Yeah.
so you heard Sivanandan sir, and he continues to be my mentor also. I have read his book. So please, he gave the list of books you must read. Together we will read and we will review. We'll connect ourselves, and on YouTube again, we will continue our Zoom platforms and keep reviewing the books, reading and sharing what we have learned together. So with you, we continue to be students as well. Remember that. And we have learned today constitution of a horse. And I think let's keep the blinkers and focus and go ahead. And to continue your focus tomorrow, once again, we will assemble here. Though I'm unable to see all of you, it's really, as Sivanandan sir said, I wish you would be in auditorium, HR and Casey together in a big auditorium. We'll have to construct now with both the principals and the deans together. So tomorrow we will assemble here. Dr. Avinash D'Souza, who's a consultant psychiatrist and psychotherapist, will join us, and he'll be talking about mental health in modern era. So looking forward to meet you again. Be there with your friends, from other colleges as well, and we will be all the more very happy. Utilize your time, invest your time, and we shall see that you also become great people, and one day you come here and deliver this lecture, be part of this eminent lecture series of what we call Induction Week of HSNC University. So God bless, take care of your parents, take care of your elders at home, keep healthy, keep happy, keep smiling, and we'll meet very soon. Tomorrow, not very soon, tomorrow at sharp 11 o'clock. God bless. Thank you once again, Sivanandan sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
And lots learned from you. I made a lot of notes. They are here, and I'll show you. I'll write up and circulate amongst my students. So they will be getting, in university, they'll be getting different articles. If you have any ready articles with you, let us post it as a incubation week abstract from Sivanandan sir. I think that will be also wonderful. More than me, it's your...
I speak and don't write. If somebody can write, I can speak. All the time I can give.
Fabulous. So I think we will assist you in that also, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Have
sir.
a great day. Have a great day.
Have a great...
Bye-bye.
Have a...
Bye. Done, ma'am. Gone? Yeah, it's here.
Manjula?